The computer modules in most practices' inventory systems is quite powerful. And I'm not sure practices realize the power that's created of that inventory module. It's meant to be there as a great working tool for most practices, and many of them practices just do not take advantage of those inventory modules and the complete use of them. What can that inventory module kind of do for a practice? Well, those inventory modules are able to track purchases of inventory items, sales of inventory items, control and help with the markup and the making sure that the price that's set for those inventory items is correct. And over a period of time, as those prices change, on the cost side, that those inventory modules can help set the retail price and keep that price where it needs to be. So those inventory modules carry quite a bit of weight, can be very powerful, and can be quite useful also in the management of inventory for practices that need to go through the ordering process. If the inventory module is properly set with economic order point quantities and the inventory happens to run down to a certain point, you can print off a want list from those inventory modules that will automatically tell you what things you need to reorder, as opposed to having to go back to the inventory that's sitting on the shelf and trying to figure out what of those items might need to be ordered and at what time. So from that purpose, or that point of view, the inventory can be helped and controlled and monitored as well. We also find that practices should be controlling and knowing how much they have on hand in inventory. It's not necessarily good enough just to know by looking at the shelf, well, maybe how many of any particular item that you might have on hand, but the actual computer system can help define what those quantity levels are, and also define when things should be reordered, and also define the dollar amount of the inventory at any particular point in time. From an accounting point of view, from a tax perspective, that inventory is sometimes needs to be known or should be known, so that we can then further help control and know that hospitals aren't carrying too much in inventory, too little inventory, and that they're carrying the right amount of inventory.